Hello everyone, and welcome to the Elemental Weather Report for the period from July 10th, 2026 through to August 27th, 2026. I am your host, Gabriella. I am an elemental enchantress and master of elemental magic, divine cosmic channel, and sound healer. Check out my Patreon for more exclusive content and to go deeper into ritual magic. And I also offer private sessions as well if you would like an Akashic record reading. Another announcement that I want to give is that I am changing the format a little bit of these elemental weather reports because I just function outside of linear time. So do these elemental cycles. I find it really challenging to try to get here by the first of every month to just read for 30 days. It feels inauthentic to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on divine time only. So when divine time says, I will show up with an elemental weather report covering the period that I'm guided to cover and only that. So I think this will be a much more authentic and free-forming way to explore the elements and their cycles and the way the cycles overlap. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the dominant element for the month, which is ether. Ether is an element of spirit, of the divine. It encompasses all the energies of the unseen, as well as all the energies of the astral world and in the extraterrestrial world as well. Ether has been a secondary element all through May and through June and most of the beginning of July up until the 10th. And from July 10th, it really shifted to being the dominant element. And it will really ramp up. So this cycle from July 10th to July 15th is a ramping up phase, a changing of the guard, a changing of energies from the prior elements, which were very earth focused, to now the ether element, which is more spirit focused. And this completes a massive karmic cycle. So by June 15th, we will be entering a dharmic cycle to be powered and sustained by the energy of ether. During this dharmic cycle that begins July 15th, you can see cataclysmic changes. It could be divine unions coming together, you reuniting finally with your soul tribe if you've been struggling to find those people. We could see meteoric rises of certain spiritual, like kind of the new spiritual celebrities. I hate to refer to them that way, but I don't know how else to explain it. Like the new leaders of this world, the spiritual people, the enlightened people coming to the fore and having meteoric rises as other people who maybe have had power and fame but have abused it, have meteoric falls. And this period that we're in, starting through July, really ramping up through August, and technically really it will go on past August 15th, but I just want to focus on this period of time, will be the stuff that legends are made of. The world itself is entering into this new matrix, and those of you who are ready to lead are going to see whatever you've been working on, your businesses, your initiatives really start to take off in a major way. So you can expect to see the positive fruits of your labors in July and August, especially as this period of the ether element taking over and restructuring our world from the inside out really starts to take root between July 15th and August 15th. For those of you who are meant to be the stuff that legends are made of, you're just going to kind of catapult up and up and up and up. The majority of the collective will experience frustrations, cataclysmic changes, job losses, homelessness will continue to be on the rise. Assaults, I don't know why that's coming to my mind, is going to continue to be on the rise. It's still going to be crazy and chaotic. It's not like now we've just entered a wave of ultimate peace because the whole world is not at peace. Most of the world is not. These are all the symptoms of people who are losing their power because they've abused it, trying to reclaim that power in ways that hurt other people. That's going to still be going on. So let's not have our Pollyanna glasses on. As all of that kind of happens, I just want you to know that there are other people rising and it may very well be you. Okay, so that was a lot with the dominant element, very broad, sweeping, energetic themes that are a little bit bigger than our day-to-day. Let's lighten it up a little bit with our secondary elements, which are fire and air, two masculine elements that were with us through most of May and June, and they are kind of just subverting and going to the secondary element. These two elements together, two masculine elements, two elements that are propulsive, that are explosive, that handle passion, change, that are great for setting boundaries, are critical for us this month. For those of you that are operating already in a very high frequency band, essentially what these two elements together are going to do is they are going to be like a propulsion that's going to elevate you and blast you above the energies of suffering and negativity that's going to be sweeping certain parts of the collective and of the planet. So you can thank the fire and the air element for catapulting you out of the worst of times. This could look like in your day-to-day life, someone trying to work against you or to scheme against you, and then they're exposed and then their plot fails. This could look like in our wider world, someone, trying to be a dictator and then failing and getting overthrown, someone trying to start a war and then it not happening, things like that. That's what the fire and the air element do. They are explosive and they literally will just kind of like throw a bomb, I'm just getting the energy of like a bomb being thrown and like exploding. That's kind of what happens with negative energies. Let's talk a little bit more deeply about how these energies are working together. For those of you who are vibrating positively, you'll be working mostly with ether than you are with fire and air, unless you're going to be guided to stand up against a toxic force, in which case the fire and the air element is going to be moving through you, working through you, while you'll be powerfully asked to use your voice and to stand up in a massive way. The ether element will give you the grace and the presence to know how to stand up for yourself in a way that's graceful but powerful. I know I've had to do this in my own life. I have had to stand up to some people who have abused their power. So the ether and the air element are definitely moving through me in that way. And you might find that it's moving through you as well. And for those who are negative, who are refusing to change, the fire and the air are just going to be obliterating these energies left and right. It's going to be quite the show. It's very much an individualized month in terms of frequencies. Like some people will have the best month ever. Some people will really have a disastrous month, and it just really depends on where you are in the cycle and who's around you. And if you're one of the ones that's just kind of caught up in the melee, know that you still have a choice. Like there's still time for you to pick your polarization and to move more deeply into that by choosing love, by choosing authenticity, by choosing you. And the ether element is going to help those of you who are still on the fence, which is most of you, who maybe don't know how to occupy a higher frequency consistently, who want to escape the cataclysmic downfall that's hurting a certain collective. You can call on the ether element to support you and help you through these times. Call on the ether element to help you reveal the soul path that's in front of you and how you can walk that path, because that's really how you escape the I just keep hearing disaster. I keep hearing catastrophe and disaster that's gonna be hitting some other people beginning in July and through the end of the year. What can we expect through this period? Reunions, health, happiness, shocks, dramas, all of it. All the beautiful, messy parts of life will be with us through this period. And by the time that we exit, every single one of us will be changed in some form, most of us for the better. There'll be a clearer path ahead for what's next in our lives. And for most of you watching, it will be based in love and joy. If you're resonating with this message, please like, share, subscribe if you like my content. It really helps my channel. I'm trying to grow this community as much as possible, and I want to reach as many people as humanly possible. So thank you so much and have a great period.